And guess who's joined us? Yay, it's like a full house right now. We're with the chief sharpener himself, Abdumalik Omanyo, an entrepreneur of, is it close to 10 years also? Yeah, really such a long time. And Rahab, who, you guys have already had her cool vibes earlier on, and just having this conversation about failure stories. So, I think we're gonna take, Rahab, we're gonna just take a quick switch and allow Malik to tell us what his epic fail in his career was, and how he, like Malik, you know, the way as we see you, and we see you as perfect, and you're doing well, and you're a role model, and you're the gold for business people. But was there a time when you really failed? And what is the best? You just select from the best. Don't give all. Yeah. Yeah. Ulianguka mpaka ukaangukika.
Kainua mikono.
Ukaheshimu serikali na dunia.
First of all, thank you for having me on this show. What I can only say that for me, as I was growing up, and I'm still growing, I only engage those people who have failed previously as my mentors. I don't go to a perfect person.
Perfect people, yeah.
When I find that someone has tried something and failed, now that automatically becomes my mentor.
I think I should mentor you guys. I'm the perfect mentor. I was like,
So because from failures, that's where success lies. Because I was told that if I have not failed, then I haven't tried. And that is what keeps me going.
So where did you fall? You've given us the lessons already.
I fail every day. I fail every day.
Yeah.
And the biggest or the huge of it all when I failed is when I decided to resign.
That was your
from my previous or from my first ever
job. So for you, when people are quitting their job was the highlight of their life and they were really excited. For you, you actually say that was your first failure in a way.
That was my first failure.
Wow. Why do you say that though?
Because during that time, the shillings against the dollar was still stable. So by then I was given a wage of about 15,000.
Which was good. You were 21?
No, 2014.
Oh, 2014,
2014 there.
Yeah.
Okay, the shilling against the dollar was still stable. I'll repeat that.
Yes.
But now the greatest failure from my previous job is that I had crusaded the salary increment for all the other workers.
Veterans,
Yes, veterans.
Yeah.
But when the management approved the new wages, and my salary was doubled 3 times.
And you were already
Instead of signing the contract and returning to the new agreements, I resigned. I returned the resignation letter. Now, that's where
I know that's when. Sorry to say this, but shit hits the road. Rahab, did you resign or things happened and you left? But if you ever resigned, what was going on in your mind? Was that failure for you? Did you go through what Rahab Malik went through? A week later, you're sitting and you're like, what am I doing with my life though?
No, actually, for me, when I resigned, it was after, I think it was also maybe, what can I say, Kingori? Usually. It's you're in fact, you don't fire me. I quit. And that time I was quitting and I'm like, I've been in this industry for so long. I can now start my own outfit.
Yeah. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go, and I quit. And then that is when we say mambo kwa ground ni different.
Mambo kwa ground ni different.
That is when you get to know clients si wako.
Si wako.
And you don't just go somewhere in I don't know where and pick a client or two.
Yeah.
You
struggle to get that journey.
Yeah. Just a point of correction.
Yeah.
I quit, but I did not bang the door behind me.
You left it open.
I left it open.
You're smart. You're smart. You know, I'm just surprised because most of us are banging the door and we're tweeting about it and about how we banged the door.
Yeah, I did not.
So for you, the door was open.
The door was still open.
Yeah.
And after 2 months of tamaking, because she has just mentioned that
you tamak for 2 months.
You cannot go and
pick clients.
And pick a client.
Yeah.
Because yes, we will see your work.
Yeah.
So after tamaking for 2 months,
yeah,
I again went back to visit my previous employer. Then we shared a cup of tea. I left, but I did not say what I really wanted. So I just had tea, left.
Oh, you came as if you're trying to say hi.
I came as I was trying to say hi.
Yeah.
And whether maybe the management will ask me, Uko mahali? Uko mahali?
Wait, you were just going down the drain.
But again,
but they didn't ask you.
They didn't ask me.
Because you looked happy. Umejipaka Vaseline, umengara. You look clean.
You see, I was told that when you are at your lowest, if you don't have something on the pocket, please put on a tie.
Yes.
Look good.
Look like you have
even if when you have walked out from Kawangwara to town, get a shoe polish. Let it be clean.
Yeah. Usitangaze poverty.
Don't announce your poverty. People will run away from you.
Me now, my greatest mistake, because I do not, like I just share. Mimi niko huko kwa social media ninalia.
So, like today, I'm totally broke.
Yeah.
Totally.
But no one don't know. Hey,
I'm totally
broke. You don't know broke.
You know you only went to T-shirt.
If someone comes here, maybe he will get something from me, but from me, I'm very, very, very
you are very humble.
Yet you look like you're vying for the governor of I don't know.
Come here, Shimiwa. You guys, we've mastered the art of failure. We don't look like our problems. I'm telling you, me, I reach functions and guys are like, reach auntie. I'm like, which one?
Even just getting here was a struggle.
It's a struggle. Yeah. I mean, I just know so many days you wake up and even basic bus fare is something you're looking for. The entrepreneurship journey is not.
During those days, I could wait for the bus fare to come down because I was working along Valley Road, just next to DOD. I stayed in Madare. So going back to the stage, the minimum fare was 30 shillings. But during rush, they could escalate up to 80.
Wow.
So I could get somewhere, sit down with the security guy, we talk politics, we talk economy, we talk everything.
As you wait for the fare to come down. But him, he doesn't know you're waiting for fare to come down.
But he doesn't know.
He knows you're engaging him.
At times, he suspects, Unaishi na nani? Who do you live with? Because you live at around 9:30 and I've left office 5. So if you decide maybe to walk half the journey, you will save now the 20 shillings.
So you have it, but you don't want to spend
you
it because tomorrow you will need it.
Because tomorrow is still another day. So the hassle of fare and all that.
No, your story is such a thing, by the way.
Disclaimer, no wonder, please don't take me out of context.
Yeah.
No wonder maybe why inakulwa.
Ndio maana wanasikia uchungu.
I feel like high-fiving him because
just go ahead and do it. Rahab, have you ever found yourself caught in town and you don't know how to go back home?
Oh my God, yes.
And you're like, how am I calling my mother?
And not
or
once.
Street,
no, I just shamelessly do it. I'm like,
or you just say like, nilikuwa
town, nilikuwa kurudi sina.
Yeah.
So unitumie so.
Yeah, no. Usually you expected to be paid.
Even like tume sombili because they are fuliza, like you see. Yeah. Like,
oh my God. I think that's why. There's one time it ever happened, and I think let me just tell you. I cannot leave home not knowing how I got back. Being stuck in town is the worst thing.
Oh God. Yeah, I think maybe I can say I walk by faith.
Yeah.
Walk by faith.
Yeah, I know. Because usually you're expecting someone's gonna pay you, and then you come back and you realize we've not been paid. You know, like me, so many times I'm thinking, okay, I go IMC. They didn't tell me they're gonna pay me anything, and then I assume that they called me, I'm gonna get paid. Hey, nakwambia unaambulia patupu. Yani you walk back home thinking, did I just work for free? That's why I'm against working for free, because of such things.
There's a time I don't want to say that maybe niliudhika. Let me just say this, and please, if you get someone, also tell him that way. That when I looked at my M-Pesa balance, I realized that I have like 70 shillings. And the fare was, now I was coming from Karen to town. The fare was 60. Now imagine a person like me going to a very smartly dressed M-Pesa agent lady. Mwambia niweza toa 60.
You're like, I cannot do it.
And I'm only at 60,000.
No,
by the way,
60,000.
60,000.
Unaona mtu hapo nyuma, unafika 60 bob. Like, what is happening?
Ule wa kusema 60 bob.
So these things, it happens, it's a reality. But now, these are parts of life experience. That when we pass through all these things, we learn. Then, as Esther said, she can't leave the house not knowing how.
Now she's coming
back.
But yeah, I walked out not knowing this. But you see, the thing is, you know you will go back home.
You know, you will go back.
How you will go?
How
it's none of your business, but you will go back.
You will go back.
You will go back. Yes. So, like that fear of not knowing how you come back doesn't hold you in the house. You actually just do it.
You just go.
Sure. Just go.
And you make a deal, and you actually come back with something.
It's true.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my God.
And you'll never come back empty. Like that's what you know.
You'll never come back
You'll
empty.
always,
And I think that fear is what has held me from progress. Like I also, in as much as we take the courageous journey, like that fear of coming home with nothing or being stuck somewhere leaves me wanting to make sure steps. I want to know and I want to know. So this failure thing, it has its benefits then.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
What do you think? Like if you didn't fail, what wouldn't you have achieved? Like what benefit did it give you?
Like for me, the first one is just creativity. You know how you do something one way, it fails epically, and then you're forced to
think quickly.
To start thinking. Not even quickly, to just think. Like use your head. You know, you're not gonna like sulk and be there and be like, oh, I did it this one way, it didn't work. You have to start thinking, okay, fine, it didn't work.
Yes.
How else can I do it? So for me, it has made me so creative, and also to just think. Like, let me just tell you about these very failure stories. Because in itself, it's a failure story. In the way I started it. I had this very elaborate concept about how I wanted to go. So I'm not a very tech savvy person, but I am learning. Because what I learned is that don't depend on someone, because they can really mess you up. Like if you go into something like a tech person and you know zero about tech, they will cheza you. So I wanted it to be a website where I like get all this content, put it on the website, and then I was actually calling it the Netflix for entrepreneurs.
Amazing.
That still needs to come back.
So what happened? I got this tech guy. I was like, here's the website thing, backend. I got a theme from Theme Forest, a very expensive theme, because I knew how I wanted the website to look. So instead of like me like purchasing the theme, I just sent him the money, because I was like, I don't even know what WordPress is. I don't even have a WordPress. You do the thing, and then you know. And then after all that, and then I sent him all this interviewed 2 people, and that was expensive.
You
'Cause I
paid
had
for
to hire-
production,
I paid for production, for
Mhm.
the venue, it was in a hotel, paid for food, I paid for equipment, you know.
Wow.
And then the
So
guy
you
ran,
said previously,
He
The-
ran away.
mentioning all these things.
the guy ran away with my website.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
This was not someone you knew even.
Oh, someone I knew, like we were working in the same place. He was the 10th person for that place, so yeah.
My
You know how you call
gosh.
someone and they're Mteja and
So the guy ran away
He ran
with
away.
your fortune.
with
Oh
imagine.
my
It's so
God.
sad. But again, here you are.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
Very
survived.
smiling.
Yeah.
Very elaborate.
And
Yes.
back to success.
And
And
bouncing back to success.
Yeah, and thinking of doing it differently. At least
Yeah.
now I know 1 or 2 things about like WordPress, you know?
Yeah.
I have learned.
So you went now back to get the information.
Yes.
Now regarding what you, and that's how people live.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you
Yes,
live.
you
Yeah.
live in a positive manner.
Yeah.
It made you
You
clever.
don't look back and start counting
Yeah, you know?
Start
Yeah.
counting.
the coins that are involved.
Mm.
Because if you count,
Hey.
you will never walk
You,
again.
and you'll never move forward from that.
By the way, right
Yeah.
now you could have just like started a whole campaign
Imagine.
against thieves.
You know?
Eh,
And you did it.
Unaenda mtu anasema nikipata mwizi yake
Yeah.
pia mimi lazima ni
Ulipishe.
because sasa ile mambo yote bado iko kwa kifua.
Mm.
You haven't
But you just move on.
Yeah,
You just move on.
Pia wewe Maliki nakaa, unaisifu mvua sana.
Imeninyea.
Umepangwa.
Imeninyea mimi.
Umepangwa kupangwa.
Imeninyea mimi.
Nakwambia, Concity has shown you its ways.
Conceit has shown me its ways. In fact, Nairobi, it has really robbed me,
Yeah.
and it was about even to rob my life.
Yo, it
Yeah.
was that dark.
It was
deep.
that damn.
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
It was that.
Yo.
But resilience cuts across.
Uka survive.
You can survive. But again, do you know that age ukitoka college? You totally have nothing.
True.
At that time, you only have 1 person, maybe saved on phone.
It's
Vile tu najua, when I make this call,
Mm.
sitatoka chini ya saa mbili.
Yeah.
you have that
But
person.
now that
Yeah.
person
Ah.
is usually the last result of the
Usually,
meeting.
yeah.
Usually the last.
The last.
Unaanzanga na
Ati-
wale wenye unajua hawawezi
But
kuwa.
always
Upewe manoi.
know that. Unaanza na wale watu.
And then you know there's also some people who are like, so umenipigia hata
Ungenipigia
10
ma.
minutes ago.
Nimetumia
Nimetumia
mtu.
mtu tu saa hii.
So, in my text, even right now when I want money,
Yeah.
I don't just say that I need this.
Yeah.
I have to put there the word urgent.
Yeah, ndio aelewe yani.
Eh?
Ni-
Imagine I need 2K urgently.
Yeah.
So please, if you don't have, say, I don't have.
Yeah.
Let me
See
move on to
stories.
the next
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Not that, okay, can I actually niangalie in the next 10 minutes?
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
So after 10 minutes, you call back,
Yeah.
boss. Jaribu kwingine. You see, amekucheleweshia wakati
Yes.
na wewe unangoja.
Yeah.
So those
Sasa wewe uko town unatembea tembea
Sasa uko
unakoja
town,
basi.
unatembea. But these failures
Yeah.
bring success.
They do,
Because-
yeah.
Because if I couldn't have failed, right now maybe someone will still be confining me in that one room, in that one desk, that Abdul, if you don't finish this, you won't leave this place.
Yeah.
If I couldn't have resigned,
Yeah.
maybe if I could have changed the company I was working with, still I would still be confined. Saa mbili ukuwe kazi, kutoka ni saa 11. So we are not saying that people should resign.
Yeah.
We are saying that people should only chase haste for their passion.
That which sets your soul on fire.
Yes.
That's
No,
what
that
sets
which
your soul.
sets your soul on fire.
Yes, I'm here to learn.
Yeah.
Maybe I've been given work within the industry. I even did not went through college.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm here to learn. She didn't know the word WordPress.
Now she knows.
Here.
Now I know.
She
Yeah.
can even tell you a domain.
Exactly.
Yes.
Something
And
that
the
she
Jota
didn't
domain
even
you
understand.
need.
So, if you are not hit, you will not scratch that part.
You would.
So until you are hit is when
That's
you
when
are
you will
scratched.
scratch that.
In Kiswahili we call it key ya masharti.
Mhm.
Kiambishi key ya masharti. Jambo la kwanza lazima lifanyike,
Yeah.
ndilo la pili litendeke. So
Ukili.
ukipigwa utalia. So
Ah.
bila kichapo
Hakuna kulia.
Unalia
Hakuna
nini
Hakuna
sasa?
kulia.
hakuna kulia.
Yes.
Ukila utashiba. Bila chakula
Hakuna kushiba.
hakuna kushiba.
I love
So
that.
that's
I love
how
that. Yeah.
life is.
So it has some benefits. It's not just suffering for the sake of suffering.
Yeah, and
But
also,
when you suffer for the sake of suffering, then you're like, hey,
Then you're like,
boss,
Mm.
no.
and I feel like it also gives you compassion because when you listen to someone else's story, you're able to encourage them.
Yeah.
Mtu ameanguka ameinua mkono juu, but you're like, hey, let me tell you.
Hata
Hey, hata mimi.
Nilianguka
Naomba heri wewe, better you.
Yes.
But I was at a very fixed place. No, sasa you are encouraging each other.
Yes.
Huyu mwenye ako chini
Mm.
ataamka akikuwa
Exactly.
very very positive.
Yes.
Eh?
Yeah.
Na maisha inafanya nini? Inaendelea.
It's amazing.
Inasonga mbele.
Someone said a quote that it is better to have lived life with rolling on the floor on the mud and reach the end of the destination with marks
Yeah.
and scratches than to live with a perfectly preserved body. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's our conversation. But you know, there are also people who are about the soft life. They're like, yo,
Yes.
No, no.
this is not for me. And you know what? Leave room for space for everyone. Yeah, like he said, kila mtu na nini yake. And then in as much as like I thought, like for me I was very unhappy in a particular setting. Some people are not. They are genuinely very satisfied. They are genuinely excited. And so, I mean, to each his own.
Yeah, and plus, you know, entrepreneurship is not for everyone.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go telling everyone, yo, join us. Join
Yeah,
us.
leave your job.
Leave your
Leave your job.
people. In fact, kids, like young guys are always asking me, so what do you think I should do? I'm usually very cautious to tell them leave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you can mislead them.
I can mislead them because I'm like, do I want them to go through? Like, I want to protect them from that journey, but I also appreciate that I took it. You get it? Like, that's how it is.
And I feel like you wouldn't trade it for anything.
I wouldn't trade it for a thing.
Yeah, like-
Even this confidence, the way we are like a bag of sugar and more, it's because of traveling worship.
It's like,
So, yeah.
like recently,
Yeah.
someone invited me
Yeah.
to go and to give a talk to young people who are just left college. Now they want to set themselves into normal life. Now, these young boys and girls who have just left college,
Yeah.
they expected me to be moving around with a laptop
Yeah.
full of a presentation,
A PowerPoint.
a PowerPoint one, that now do this, do
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
I entered that meeting, but I told them, the way I'm here, I am done and I'm complete. Because I cannot prepare a presentation that I don't know what you need.
Exactly.
I don't know what your neighbor needs.
Yeah.
So am I going to carry all the presentation in the world so that
To
when
meet
you
all of
tell me that you need this,
Yes. You present
I
it.
project that.
Yeah.
If you tell that I don't do that, we are coming here to discuss,
Yes.
to see
I love that.
what do
Yeah.
you want.
Exactly.
Eh?
Yeah.
What does your neighbor require? So that now we consolidate all these ideas
And we learn. Yeah.
and we learn. Then after the meeting, one lady followed me and told me that for all the meetings, for all the careers I've been hosted as a participant, you guys looked very casual,
Yeah.
but very
Rich.
and with a lot of reality.
Yes.
Eh?
Even the kids could relate. They enjoyed it.
Because you see, for me here, I'm as an entrepreneur. Wewe umesoma, you expect maybe to be employed. So I'm not going to force you
Into
to leave employment to entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Maybe your passion is to help people living in informal settlement. How will my enterprise help you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get an organization that works
In that
in that particular
that
region.
sector, yeah, yeah.
Apply for job.
Yes.
Do what you love.
Do not copy.
Do not
Do not copy. So I like what you did. You didn't like take your life as the model and imposed
Exactly.
it on
Yeah.
everyone and said, this is how we should live. You guys are fire! So we need to get a break because Eric has said that. So
And Eric is the
we'll
boss.
take it and, you know, whatever Eric says we do.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a break and then we're gonna come back. Now talk about failure stories, the future. What do we want to see of it? How do we want to engage young people, as he's talking about, in knowing that failure is normal? People are even killing themselves because of failure. So how much more to be more sensitive about this? You have been watching the Honesty Hour, and as you see, we try to have a good time here in the studio. And I do hope that you're learning a lot as well as we are learning from each other. And thank you for always joining us. It's your host, Esther Neema.